What is up, Nerd Nation? It's your boy Hunter here from Film Nerd TV, and tonight it is the movie trivia Schmoedown Spectacular. This is the 3-part reaction video from your boy here, Hunter Chambliss. And you know how this works, guys. You know how this works. Paper, pen, we're going to ask you some questions. We're going to enjoy the great year that was in the Schmoedown. And this, it starts right now. Let's do it, guys. Alright, so we're going to start around 30 minutes
that national anthem, Christian. Sinead DeFries just crushing it there.
When I say this, Ken Knapsack said, fine, let's do it. The new commissioner, Thad Williams, said, fine, we're going to put you guys in the Schmoedown Spectacular. Ricky Skypes in and says, no, I should be in this thing too. And then enter Emma Fyffe. Emma Fyffe has been so sick of the Lions Den for the entire year. Said, you know what, I'm going to be in this thing. And Thad said, well, I got to see who you're managing. You have a contract. She said, I do. And so apparently she has someone here tonight that she is managing, so she qualifies to be in it. Whoever wins this thing, anyone in their stable or someone else will get a #1 contender spot at any belt they want.
That's right. She is legally allowed to compete in the manager bowl. And you look at the landscape of what we're about to see with these 4 competitors. Emma Fyffe knows a lot about Harry Potter. The other 3 people, I don't know if they've ever seen a movie that doesn't star Sylvester Stallone.
Well, that's true. We're going to see. I don't know if Ricky Haber's seen a movie. So we're going to also get to the, then right after that, we have the Inner Geekdom Championship.
Woo!
What a match this is going to be with the current champion, Hector Navarro, who won the title earlier this year from the man you just heard scream out, Robert Meyer Burnett. He's
Hector
Jason
Navarro!
That'll be a big battle a little later on. Then after that, the Star Wars Championship will be up on the line in an Iron Man match. 30 minutes.
Woo!
30 minutes, the right amount of questions between the challenger, Sam Witwer, against the champion. It's not going to go well when I say this, Ken Knapsack.
Boo!
Interesting turn of events for Ken Knapsack recently, the beloved champion when we did it at Star Wars Celebration. And now all of a sudden, he sees himself maybe going to a different side of the force. Sam Witwer coming in. 30 minutes for a brand new Iron Man format. That's too many minutes, Christian. They can't possibly do it.
We'll see. Ken Knapsack, you know, part of the Lions Den now. I can't believe I'm even saying that. He's a despicable person right now. The fact that he's doing that, and he turned his back on Rachel Cushing, so that's going down.
Not a good man.
But right after that, the Lions Den, they ain't done, because they have their champions, quite possibly the biggest, the best champions we've ever seen in this league, and that's the Patriots.
Boo them.
They are the Patriots, though. But it's hard. Well, because the thing is, look, they're 7-0 with 4 title defenses. They're gonna be putting it on the line.
Come on, above the line.
Above the line. Sam Levine and Drew McWeeny, who won the tournament this year, that's going down, and then the grudge match. Top 10 goes up against Action. That's
Action Army, baby.
Because if Action wins, not only do they get a title shot, Top 10's got to break up for a full year. And then is
that it?
No, that's
then
it.
We're closing up shop, and we're done. Everybody can go home.
I got to say that Sam Levine's narrative doesn't end, because he's going up against me for this baby right here to close the show. Sam Levine will be going for the title. Mark, that's our card. That's the whole thing we got going on today. That's for you guys. That's for the crowd. That is the way we're going to end the season. 3 videos for you guys. So make sure that if you're watching this, you like, you comment, you subscribe, do all of that stuff. And remember, 3 videos, 2 matches per video. And Mark, we're going to start this match, this whole thing out with the Manager Bowl.
Oh, what a day we have in store, and I'm so excited to kick this off with a Manager Bowl where the fates will be learned, destinies will be fulfilled, and blood alcohol content will rise. And
manage a loser.
Your fair, but can she make that very difficult transition into all of cinema?
Well, we're going to find that out, because as you saw in the beginning of this video, you saw the managers kind of prepping. And the big reveal here is Breanne Chandler has not been seen for a little bit. Will she be accompanying Jay Washington to the ring? We have not seen Breanne since that emotional interview that she had against Mike Kalinowski when she lost.
Cathartic.
So we have not seen her. She said she's going to show up today, and if we saw that, poor Dale the Dude got the door slammed in his face, but that's all we got. So we are going to start this thing up, but we're going to first hear from all our competitors. Here we go.
Woo!
Am I really playing in a manager match?
Boo!
Are these guys really managers? They manage losers. Like big losers.
So we've come to this point, the manager.
Come on, Jay.
And for some reason, I don't even know why we're here, okay? Because I challenged the dumbass Dagnino, and what did he do? He ran and hid and got Robert Meyer Burnett. And guess what I did? I put him on the Inner Geekdom shelf.
Well, seems familiar. I've been here before. I mean, this isn't my first spectacular, and it's good to be back because I have something to prove. I've had something to prove every time that I've appeared on this show, and, well, some things haven't gone my way, but this time, today, it's my time.
Listen, I never said that I was the best at movie trivia. That's not why I'm here today, guys. I am here to end this feud with the Lion's Den. I know, in order to do that, I've got to have a competitor that I am managing because this is the Manager's Bowl. Well, I got one, and I'm very excited for you guys to see who it is.
Bunch of big mouth losers who know nothing. One's in the Inner Geekdom, the other one's like in the wand shop, the other one's driving Uber, he got fired, now he's driving for like Lyft, and then he got fired for that, and now he's like driving with some like low budget startup called Scoop or something, I don't even know.
Dagnino, you're an embarrassment to this league, to this show, to this company, and you don't deserve to be involved. I hate you, Dagnino.
Ricky Hayberg, why are you even involved with this, okay? Are you even allowed to come out the house? Is your house arrest bracelet gonna let you free? I don't know why you're here, how drunk you're gonna be, but whatever it is, it's not gonna matter.
Washington's not bad at trivia, but he is a terrible, terrible person, okay? I told him what I was going to do a long time on the Schmoedown Rundown, which was destroy his faction in December, and that's exactly what's going to happen.
Win or lose today, it's really a win-win for me. In fact, no matter what, as long as Tom Dagnino loses, it's a win all around. Sure, Jay Washington, he comes in here and he talks a big game. You know what? Power to him. He's a decent competitor. Ricky, please, for the sake of all of us, get it together today, just so the rest of us can take down Dagnino.
I'm not in this just to prove something to myself or prove something to you. I'm here to help. I'm a nice guy. That's why, when I win, not if I win, when I win,
I like the
I'm going to
confidence.
hand out a contender spot to someone you
That's
know.
confidence, Ricky.
I'm gonna be the dude that's walking out this Manager Bowl victorious, and it's going to be glorious. And it's only two things Tom Dagnino, Ricky Hayberg, Emma Fife, and the rest of the Schmoedown can do about it, and that's nothing, and deal with it, damn it.
You know what? Look at the belts around my waist, okay? This is the Star Wars.
Not yours, not yours,
It's
not
knapsacks,
yours.
but it's mine too. Championship, double championship belts, tag team, 7 in a row. Looks like we're going to defend against these losers above the line. We'll see how it goes. And then guess what? Ultimately, we'll be coming for the championship that Harloff will not have anymore. Period.
Well, no Brienne in that interview, but you do have all the managers kind of going after one another, calling each other morons, and it's really about Emma Fife, who says she's going to debut her person and she's ready to go.
Yeah, you know, it's hard for us to kind of corral all the excitement here, and there's so many people in the crowd, there's so many people backstage. I don't know if Brienne is on set. I don't know who all is backstage. Who's...
It's time. Are you ready?
Well, yeah, now I am.
Ladies and
Gentlemen,
gentlemen,
it's for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
It's the Manager Bowl.
Alright, due to copyright, we're going to just skip right to the round 1 rules.
Communication device in front of your mouth. There is no penalty for missing a question, and there is no stealing in round 1.
Let me start by saying a couple of things here.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I refuse to use this marker.
Why?
Because it's junk.
Okay.
So, I brought my own marker, and it's sharp. Because I got cheated out of the Nost match, or the Pizza Guy match.
You mean you lost?
Because I lost because the marker was like, it looked like it was chewed by somebody.
You can't spell.
You can't spell.
You can't spell or read.
I have a pink marker. It's my favorite color.
You know what? If you can spell this word right now, I'll give you the win. Imbecile. All right, here we go. Ready?
Imbecile.
All right. Let's start. Let's start. So, Tom, I don't care, but are you ready?
I don't care.
Jason Bourne ready.
Ricky, are you ready? No? Not ready?
No answer. I have no idea. Sorry.
All right, fine. Washington, are you ready?
It's about to be glorious.
Emma, are you ready?
Heck yeah, I got nothing to lose here.
Then let's get ready to
Schmoedown. I love the fact that everyone else except for like...
Question number one in the realm of animated.
Of course it is.
Which character does Josh Gad voice in Disney's Frozen?
The crowd, I think, knows the answer to this question.
Olaf.
Right. The competitors riding furiously. You got to get into the groove here when you do it. You got to get used to
So
this
there's a-
soundbite.
know how to spell it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Idiot.
Idiot.
The Prince?
That's incorrect. Ricky,
The snowman guy.
I'm not going to accept that. We need the name.
Buffalo?
No.
Nope, the one answer you're looking for is
Olaf.
Olaf is correct. That's what I said! Olaf is correct. You said the snowman.
You said the snowman.
You want to challenge it?
No.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Your next question comes from the world of comedies. They could be spoof movies like what we're witnessing right now. In which Anne Hathaway film will you hear the quote? I said to myself, go ahead, take a chance. Hire the smart fat girl.
You think anyone's going to get that except Emma?
I don't know.
Oh, I've heard this before too.
Yeah, I don't know that they know how to go to a theater without adult supervision and pay for a ticket.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Jay.
Devil's Wears
And
Product.
Ricky.
Legally Blonde.
Incorrect. Jay.
Wears Product.
Correct. Emma.
That's a comedy?
Devil Wears Prada.
Tom.
She should have been wearing Gucci, but the Devil Wears Prada.
Wow, Tom Dagnino hits it. So Emma keeps her lead, but it is 2-1-1. Ricky.
Having never seen it, I thought that was a drama.
Here we go. Your next category, Ricky, is dramas. Who plays Colonel Weber in 2016's Arrival?
Never seen it.
You were really transfixed by that picture. The whole
I
time.
love that.
Did you cry? Is that-
Yeah, I'm not gonna get this one
I
right.
did not
The only person I know
cry, but
who
I
plays in that
certainly
is
thought it was fantastic.
I wept at more movies in 2017
What?
than I may have ever had before.
Fine, it's football games. 4,
yeah.
3,
No, I'm not even trying to write
2,
anything.
1. Pens down, please. Jay.
Jeremy Renner?
Incorrect.
I just wrote down an actor I know who's in a bunch of dramas and is a cousin of friends of mine, Matthew Modine.
Wow.
No. Nope.
Wait, hang on. She's related to Matthew Modine?
No, some of my friends are though.
That's still cool.
Yeah, it's still cool.
Matt Nose, not happy about that. All right, and Tom Dagnino.
I went with just a. I knew it wasn't a black guy, so I put J.K. Simmons.
You're incorrect on so many levels.
On so many levels.
Ricky.
What type of logic is that?
What type of
I was
logic
going
is
to say
this?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Shut
He's
up.
in everything.
Shut up, Ricky.
I'm going to need an expert to decipher this, but the answer is
Also incorrect.
no. That's what the. That's what.
But
No, that's the
For who?
language they use.
The alien language.
I don't know. You answer that.
So Tom was wrong on so many levels because the answer was Forrest Whitaker.
It was a black dude. So tell us how you feel about that right now, huh?
Well, I went with the other guy who's in the white guy who's in every movie.
All right, here we go.
Your next
go with the black guy.
category.
Oh my
You're
god.
not looking great so far, at least.
This is an absolute train wreck. All right, here we go.
Your next category is horror/thriller. In which Midwestern U.S. city is the 2016 horror thriller Don't Breathe set in?
Oh, the city.
What city?
What city in a part of the United States known as the Midwest? Is that technically a JT rule usage?
It was. Tom's gonna be charged a JTE rule for that.
What?
You asked to repeat the question.
Too many people were yelling in the background. I couldn't hear anybody. I couldn't hear you say anything.
Didn't seem to affect the other competitor.
Heard it loud and clear.
All right, so Tom is charged one JTE rule. All right, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so
Again.
now we are going to go to Jay
I
Washington.
love that movie, but I
sorry,
forgot.
Emma, sorry, Emma.
I just picked like a nice Midwestern city. I think Superman's like from there, Kansas City.
Incorrect. Tom.
Austin?
Incorrect.
What?
Ricky.
Detroit?
Correct.
Good job, Ricky.
Like when I see it.
That's not Midwestern.
Jay also got it. Jay
Austin is
also
not Midwestern.
I agree with you on that.
That's not Midwestern.
You challenging it?
Detroit is in the Midwest. You're talking
Yeah,
about
it's
Midwest. I'm gonna go try
You want
again.
to
Let's
count?
go.
Yeah, it's in Michigan, which is a Midwestern.
2, 1, 1. Now Jay has taken, excuse me, has tied it up with
Midwest
Emma.
is
Next
like
one.
Kansas City.
Action adventure. What is the full title of the 4th film in the Indiana Jones franchise?
We actually had someone take the Lord's name in vain. They thought that question was so easy.
5, 4,
This is a long title. by the way.
really. Come on.
3, 2,
1.5.
1. All right, Tom.
The Kingdom of the
Crystal
Crystal
Skull.
Skull.
You got it.
No.
Indiana Jones in the Kingdom of the Crystal
No,
Skull.
no.
You said
Yes.
full title. You said full
Yeah,
title.
you said full title.
You said full title. Ladies and gentlemen, the
Yep.
real enemy. You said full title.
Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Yep.
You can challenge if you want.
I would challenge that. You said full title.
Challenge. I challenge.
You challenge.
Yes, I challenge.
Okay,
All right,
let me tell you something.
Stop for a second. Stop.
Got it.
Shut. Quiet for a second. You're being awarded. Everybody got it, but you're being awarded the point, and they're challenging them.
Good challenge. Because you said full title.
You might not like it, crowd, but we are awarding the point to Tom Dagnino.
Boom.
Why?
Ricky loses
Why?
the challenge. Ricky loses the challenge. All right,
Let
here
me
we go.
just say
No,
something.
you
All
got
right.
the challenge. Shut your ass.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, all right.
You
I
said
gotta be
full
honest with you,
title.
I've never seen 3 people more upset at having to write 11 extra letters in my entire
Still,
life.
this is the longest round one of all time. Here we go.
New releases. These are movies recently released in theaters that none of you saw. The question is, Christian Bell, Kathryn Hahn, and what other actress star in Bad Moms and Bad Moms Christmas? We need the star. A little quiet in the
Mila
studio there
Kunis.
after, Mom and Dad had to
No, it's intense.
kind of raise our voice.
Mila Kunis.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Ricky. Didn't have it. Jay.
Mila Kunis.
That's correct. Emma.
Mila Kunis.
Correct. And Tom. Tom.
She almost ran me over in a parking lot one time. Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis. All right, that works. Oh, there you go. All
She
right,
said
so-
sorry.
All right,
She
so
had
we
her
got-
makeup on.
Hey, you know what? We wish better luck to Mila Kunis next time.
Yes.
Emma and Jay have 4. Ricky 2. Tom has 3. All right, next question. Fantasy sci-fi. Fantasy sci-fi. Sam Worthington and Zoe Saldana forge an unlikely romance in what 2009 sci-fi blockbuster?
Shut up.
Multiple people are now sick in the crowd.
Someone got sick. One of the reactors here just passed out and
I
died.
think it was the bad pulled pork that we had served.
5,
Oh, man.
3,
I'm not going to get this
1.
one.
Jay.
Avatar.
Correct.
Oh, damn it.
Correct.
Yep.
Tom.
A horribly overrated movie and nobody wants to see the sequels. Avatar.
Correct. Ricky.
Terminator Salvation.
Correct. So Tom gets 4. Emma's got 5. Jay has 5. Ricky somehow has.
That's 2.
Here we go. Next
All
one.
right, we move on to mercifully the last category in round 1.
These ain't bad scores. What are you talking about?
And that comes from the world of 90s movies. These are movies that were released in the 1990s. Who plays Doc Holliday in Tombstone?
Woo!
It's a great
Some
film.
fans of either the
Oh,
movie or the
Tombstone.
actor just
Fuck.
maybe we wrote a
Why
good
am I
question. Thank you,
blanking on this
Chris
dude's
Gillespie.
name?
5, 4, 3.
Oh, no.
Two,
When I hear this, I'm
one.
gonna be so mad.
I just wrote someone who I think was in some westerny movies, Jeff Bridges.
Incorrect. Tom, the tie up Emma here.
He's not your Huckleberry.
Who is it?
That would be. Frank Stallone was in that movie as well.
Let's go.
Val Kilmer.
Correct. Ricky.
Sam Elliott.
Correct. He didn't get it, so Tom ties it up.
Wow.
Tom, Emma, and Jay all with 5. And now we are done with round number 1. Thank the Lord, it's round 2. Mark, how does round 2 work?
Each competitor is going to get a spin at the wheel. Each category corresponds to 3 questions up here. You can check to multiple choice. That would each category corresponds. You can check to multiple. Currently, the spinner right down. You can check to multiple. 1 mulligan per spin.
All right, so we have a 3-way tie here between Tom, Jay, and Emma here. So first thing we're going to do is between Tom and Emma. Tom and Emma, heads or tails? Tom.
You always go heads.
Heads. All right, it's tails. You're out of the running. Emma and Jay. Emma.
Heads.
Heads it is. So Emma, you are first. You can decide whether you want to go first, or you can defer to either Jay or Tom or Ricky. You're gonna go first. Go for the
She
spin.
wants that Harry Potter wedge.
All right. Big spin. There it is.
Okay. She has spun it. She's looking for Mr. Potter.
Landing on
Where are we getting?
Comedies?
comedy. Do you want to stay on comedy or spin again? One more spin. There it
One
is.
spin, okay.
You figure she gets either Harry Potter or she gets Spinner's Choice. She's probably going to go to Harry Potter. What other
Well,
category
we'll know
is
by the
out
crowd
there?
here. We'll know by the crowd.
No. No. Harry Potter! Woo!
Harry Potter.
We have a Potter.
Yes!
Harry Potter it is. Harry Potter it is. That was big.
Wow.
That was big. I got it. All right, here we go.
I keep it.
All right, so Emma and I guess her new competitor right now looking good here as they get
Get this right.
Harry Potter. Now remember, here we go. All right, 3 questions in the world of Harry Potter. I think Emma's sitting pretty because I can't imagine anyone except maybe Jay Washington stealing these, but here we go.
Okay.
What's the animal represented by Harry Potter's Patronus spell?
Deer. A deer.
Stag.
2 points.
Oh, yeah, it is a stag, damn it.
Yep.
Okay, what is a stag? Is that a horse? Is that a bull?
It
What
is
is
a
a
stag.
stag?
A big old deer.
That's how I used to go to
Yeah, it
dance.
is. It's a big old deer.
Bambi, man.
It's an adult male deer.
Yeah, Bambi's dad.
Deer.
Good dude. All right, here we go. Who directed Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix and every subsequent Harry Potter film?
My brain is blanking, so I'll take the multiple choice.
Yeah.
A. Alfonso Cuarón.
No.
B.
David
Mike
Yates.
Newell. C. Christopher Columbus. D.
David Yates.
David Yates.
For 1 point.
Yeah.
And your final question here to stay safe and no steals. Here you go. What is the last name of Harry's aunt and uncle that he lives with?
Oh, Dursley.
There you go,
Dursley.
2 points.
Wow.
Emma going up 5 points. Big round. So now, Tom and Jay. Here we go. Between Tom and Jay. Jay, I'm going to let you call heads or tails.
Heads.
Tails. All right, Tom, you can either go first or defer to Jay. To Jay. Now, Jay, you can defer to Ricky if you want. All right, here you go, Ricky.
Can I defer?
To no one.
Yeah, to no one.
Ricky's
Ricky Hayberg stepping up.
Now, this is a good
Get a spin.
strategy because I think they're going to be trying to steal
That's
from Ricky.
exactly what we're going to do.
Yeah.
There you go. Big
Get
spin.
your
There it is. There's the big
hands
spin in
ready.
the game.
And Hayberg.
Harry Potter.
spin, Ricky.
Harry Potter's off the board. Harry Potter is off the board. What is it?
Where will it land?
Comic movies.
Comic book movies.
Ricky, how you feeling?
It's going to spin again.
You didn't even think about it.
Yeah, well, smart move with Jay Washington on the table. You got to
Right.
spin again.
You got to spin away from the categories that somebody might be able to steal
If you
from.
don't get it, Jay's going to get those. Those are the smart moves.
Brad Pitt.
What is it?
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Brad
movie.
Pitt it is. Mark
You
will
know,
be doing
Brad
the
Pitt
question.
and Ricky Hayberg have a striking resemblance, especially in the midsection area.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can get some questions from his six-pack friend, Mr. Brad Pitt. Ricky,
Here we go. Here
your
we go.
first question. In the
You can
wild,
steal, but you have to write it down as it's being asked. All right.
your first question in the wild, wonderful world of Brad Pitt. Your question is, who directed the film The Big Short? Can check the multiple choice. Don't need to swear.
Multiple choice. I know the answer. I just can't think of it in my head. Multiple choice.
Well, we'll see about that.
Yeah. I know it. Don't worry.
Is it A, Peyton Reed, B, Oliver Stone, C,
Adam
McKay, or D, James Ponsel?
Adam McKay.
1 point for
Here we go,
Hayberg.
Ricky. All right. That's good.
1 point for Hayberg. All right, your next question.
Thanks for the pity claps, everyone. Makes me feel better. Yeah.
Next
Ricky.
question. In what film did Brad play Austrian Heinrich Herrer?
I don't get multiple choice.
5, 4.
Legends of the.
Oh,
Incorrect. So now
The steal, Tom.
for the
Inglourious
steal,
Bastards?
Incorrect, Jay.
No, I know it too.
we're looking for 7 years in Tibet.
Yes.
7 years in
She
Tibet.
said 7.
7
What's
years
a German doing in Tibet?
in Tibet.
Here we go. All right.
There's a
No
German guy in
steals.
Tibet?
Okay.
No steals. Here we go.
Yeah, same thing.
Your last question in the world of Brad Pitt movies. Who played Brad's roommate in the film True Romance?
Angelina Jolie.
Multiple choice.
Your options are,
Oh, wait,
is it
never
A,
mind.
John Favreau, B, Christian Slater, C, Michael Rappaport, or D,
B?
Bronson Pinchot?
Michael Rappaport.
1 point for Ricky Hayberg, and he handled himself okay in this
Okay.
round
There
two.
was no steals in there, lucky enough for Ricky, so he comes out, he's still got 4 points. He's going to have to climb back in that third round. But now it is between Tom and Jay deferred last time. So, Tom deferred last time. So, Tom, are you going to go first or second?
I'm going to let this guy go.
You're going to let Jay go. All
Okay.
right, Jay, you're up.
Gonna let Jay go. Here comes Washington looking for
on,
comic book
Jay.
movies. That's on his radar right now. You gotta wonder if True Romance would have been better with Bronson Pinchot.
He was in it.
He was in
He
it.
was in it.
Then it's a great movie. That's a
Bronson Pinchot was in
That's a
True
strong
Romance.
You already said that.
spin. Everybody
was a
take
very
5
good
until the
spin,
wheel
Jay.
settles.
Jay wants
I'm going to go across the street to Starbucks.
Where are you going? What are we at? What are we looking at?
Here it comes. I don't think he's going to get comic book movies this spin.
Spinner's choice!
Spinner's choice. Comic book movies it is.
He's going to.
Oh yeah, baby! Come on, Jay!
Christian, it seems like
Woo!
Jay Washington starting to win some favor with the crowd. It's him versus Emma Fife for who they love the most.
It's pretty crazy. So Jay has won the crowd over here today. But all right, it's 3 questions.
Come on, Jay!
Jay needs to have a nice little round to get close to Emma. Here we go. What is Cyclops' full real name?
Scott Summers.
Oh, here
Yep,
you go.
He
Scott
didn't even
Summers.
finish the question, and 2 points for Jay Washington.
Jay, what 1982 aquatic creature was based on a comic book of the same name? Feature, excuse me.
Aquatic. Swamp Thing?
Multiple choice.
Not sure if
A.
he was...
Screamers. B. Slugs. C. Slither. D.
Slither.
I was incorrect. I didn't
Swamp
get
Thing.
the last one out there, so I can give you guys D. It's either A. Screamers. B.
It's Swamp
Slugs.
Thing.
C. Slither. D. Swamp Thing. Well, you got to write it down. It's written. Hold on, so I got to wait for the reveal.
Swamp Thing, yeah.
Tom, you reveal.
Swamp Thing.
1 point. Ricky. 1
D,
point.
Swamp Thing.
1 point. All right, so Emma gets 11. Ricky gets 5.
You
Tom
see how
gets 6.
excited I was to know something?
Yeah, Jay Washington. Jay
He
Johnson.
said aquatic creature name, same thing.
Slithers with Sharon Stone.
That's another
Washington
movie.
getting a little ahead of himself.
Yeah,
Got to let the
yeah.
options play out.
All right, here we go. Your last question, Jay. In the Avengers, Captain America tells Nick Fury that he doubts he would be surprised by anything, and Fury bets him that he is wrong. How much?
$10.
$10, yep.
Well, he's right back in contention.
11-9. So now it's all up to Tom. Tom is up. Tom is going to be hoping that he lands on Arnie and Sly. He is looking for that Arnie and Sly. If he hits it, he's looking good.
Boo!
He's going to go. You're going to take it no matter what you get.
Gonna play to the crowd a little bit here.
Get opponent's choice, please!
Nino taking a rest as he spins.
90s?
He's taking 90s.
Taking
movies.
90s.
Yeah, I'm going to stay with 90s.
All right, here we go. Stick with the 90s?
All right, 90s. Here we go.
Okay, Tom, your question in 90s movies is, in which 1998 film does John Travolta play a Southern Democrat who runs for president and whose character is loosely based on Bill Clinton?
Everybody knows you hit on me once. The answer is Primary Colors.
2 points for Dagnino. Your next question, in which film does Adam Sandler play a character with the name of Sonny?
Big Daddy.
You know, I think I know it.
Big Daddy.
5, 4.
Let's go multiple choice.
Okay, I'll give you multiple choice. You promise not to chew your gum directly into the microphone.
That's a great.
Come on.
Is it A, The Waterboy?
It's Big Daddy.
B, Little Nicky? C, Big Daddy? Or D, The Wedding Singer?
Get it wrong, Tom.
You know,
5,
I kind of.
4.
Let me get the choices again.
You can get the choices. You can get the choices. Go ahead.
Is it A, The Waterboy? B, Little Nicky? C, Big Daddy? D, The Wedding Singer?
5, 4.
I am going to go with Big Daddy.
That is correct for a point. Dagnino within striking distance of Emma right now.
He could be the devil.
Okay.
Like his name is Sonny.
Your question.
Last one.
To tie Emma Fife, if you get this right off the bat,
You're tied with Jay Washington right now. Here we go.
who plays the character of Brock Lovett in Titanic?
Damn, I thought you were going to say
Who
Brock
Rose
Landis.
tells her story to?
Oh. I had a good time with Francis Fisher at McCoopie's wedding.
We could probably have a count.
5, 4, 3.
The answer
2,
is Bill Paxton.
2 points for tied at top.
Wow. He ties it up there. All right, so at the end of round number 2, it is Tom 11, Emma 11, Jay 9, and Ricky 5. As we get into round number 3, Mark, how does round 3 work?
Each competitor at the desk corresponds to moving us numbers first, Christian.
Emma, you please, heads or tails? Heads, she got it. So, Emma, you pick your number.
Okay, I will take 3, 12, and 16.
Shit. Tom, you were up.
16's my number.
Well, not anymore. What do you got?
Let's go. What is it? 20 what?
Just 20.
Oh, okay. Let's go 17.
17.
For Keith Hernandez, obviously.
Let's go.
18 for Daryl Strawberry.
Yep.
And let's go. I'm not gonna go 1 because that's usually animated. Let's go like I don't know, some weird number like 7.
All right. That's Jay Washington. Jay.
That's the weirdest
G,
number.
hey, G is the 7th letter. Man.
Jay Washington. What do you got?
14, 4, and 8.
14. Wow. 4, 8, and then Ricky.
1, 2,
Yep.
and 5.
1, 2, and 5. All right. So here we go. So
1, 2,
Ricky
and 5?
Haber will have to answer. He will have to answer. He will have to go past or at least tie 11 in order to stay in the game, and he's going to go first. Ricky, you chose category number 1.
He's got it
You chose
all of his
category
right.
Number 1 here. That is the category of comic book movies. Comic book movies here. Ricky, your 2-pointer. Which Batman film was Drew Barrymore in?
No steals, right?
No steal.
Batman Forever?
Batman Returns.
Looking at Batman Forever. Batman Forever.
Batman Forever.
All right, so Ricky needs to hit. He needs to hit this, or he's going to be eliminated if he does not hit this. Ricky, you have category number 2. That's 2000s. 2000s.
The years I was born.
Yeah. Who played the hitman Vincent opposite Jamie Foxx in the 2004
Brad Pitt.
Collateral?
Oh. I mean, I have seen this, but do I get points for that?
No, Tom
You've seen
Cruise.
it?
Tom
I
Cruise.
can't prove it.
Oh.
Tom Cruise.
5,
Well, I have
4,
no idea. So
3.
Tom Cruise.
Anyone. 2. A name. 1. Nothing.
no.
The answer was Tom Cruise. And with that, Ricky Hayberg has been eliminated.
He's done.
Ricky's out. All right, Ricky is out. Now we jump to Jay Washington
Good job,
Mark
Ricky.
with 14.
Jay Washington, you are now under the hot seat.
Yeah, and he just needs this 2 to
I
bounce
impressed
it back to
myself
Tom.
today. 5 points.
There you go.
Can somebody grab me
I
some
think
more
that's a
grapes?
record for you, Ricky.
Good job, Ricky.
Bibiani and Whitney just stomped off the
Maybe
stage.
the highest score I've ever gotten.
All right, here we go.
Can we send somebody to get me some more grapes?
All right, here we go.
Jay Washington, you selected for your 2-point category number 14. Right here, I'm looking at it. That corresponds to the category of movie characters. As of 2017, how many actors have played the role of James Bond?
Oh my God.
Give you 25 seconds for this. We'll give you 25 seconds.
Anytime you have to count or list off multiple decades, we like to give the competitors a little bit more time to flesh it out, have some more synapses.
Daniel Craig.
Bond be another thorn in the Misfits' side.
I want to say 5. No, 6.
5.
Chris Moore.
4.
Chris Brosnan.
3, 2,
6.
Give him 2 points,
Woo!
ladies and gentlemen.
Good. All right, so now we bounce back.
Well done. Well done.
Tom Dagnino now will go up. He'll be on the board here with his 2-pointer. Here we go, Tom. Here we go, Tom.
Well,
Hang on.
I want to challenge it.
Yeah.
Well, you gonna challenge it? All right, you're challenging. All right, here we are being challenged on that answer.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
What's the challenge for? It is
Here's
6.
what the ruling is.
We have a ruling.
Now, because unofficially, there are 7 James Bonds. But because it is a confusing question as far as canon goes, we're just going to scrap the question entirely and give Jay a new question.
That's fair. That's fair.
What? There's
All right.
7?
Yeah, because if you play James Bond in Toy Story, that doesn't count as a
That's right.
James Bond.
Right, here we go.
Okay. Jay Washington, once again, movie characters. Here is your question for 2 points. Famed author Robert Ludlum created what popular modern action hero?
Is it Jack Ryan?
5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
Famed author Robert Ludlum created what popular modern action
It's
hero?
either Jack Ryan or Jack. Yeah, I'm gonna say Jack Ryan.
5, 4.
Rambo.
Looking for Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne.
Bourne ready.
Now we get a 3-pointer for Jay.
That's right.
3-pointer for Jay.
Jay Washington. Category you might be somewhat familiar with, comedy. For 3 points. Carrie Elways, or Yules, played the boyfriend of Jim Carrey's ex-wife in
Liar,
which
liar.
film?
Liar, liar.
Whoa!
3 points.
3
So
points.
Jay takes the lead. So now we jump back to Tom Dagnino. Tom, 90s movies. My Cousin Vinny, who played Bill Gambini, Vinny's cousin, who has been accused of murder.
Oh, wow. Was it Toro?
What's your answer?
Well, I mean, when he was...
Sounded like an answer.
You just said, what's the answer?
Sounded like an answer.
John Turturro.
Incorrect. Ralph Macchio is the answer. Ralph Macchio. All right, Tom, now you're 3
In future competitors, please do not ask the people with the answers if that is the correct answer.
They have the same hair.
All right,
They
here
have
we
the
go.
same hair.
Here we go. Tom, your 3-pointer here. Your 3-pointer. All right. Who plays volcanologist? Volcanologist. How that goes. Dr. Harry Dalton in Dante's Peak.
Oh, man. Dante's Peak.
Yep.
What year was that?
Don't know.
Come on, I know what year.
It's not part of it. Dante's Peak.
So just Dante's Peak.
Yes.
Yes.
Who plays the volcanologist?
Yes.
Let's
Five,
go with
4,
Dante's Peak.
3.
I don't know, Antonio Banderas?
Look at
Tommy
the
Lee Jones.
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan.
So now Tom Dagnino is going to have the number 7.
To Jay's credit, Tommy Lee Jones is a closer to the
Correct answer.
than Antonio Banderas.
Man, why can't I get the Tom Cruise?
Steven Spielberg is your final, your 5-pointer here. 5-pointer.
No one
Tom,
get this.
Who plays the highly robotic boy David in AI Artificial Intelligence?
No.
For your 5 points.
You know, I had him for a movie that I was doing.
Haley Joel Osment?
His name is Haley Joel Osment.
There you go. 5 points for Tom.
Wow,
Tom
that's a
takes the
big
lead.
5.
That's a big 5. So now we get, so Tom is done. He's off the board.
Your 2-point question, and the category is drama. Your question is, who directed Emma Thompson and Kate Winslet in Sense and Sensibility?
Ang Lee.
There you go, 2
Wow.
points. There you go.
That's a challenging 2-pointer, but Emma Fife nailed
Now
it.
we go to Jay Washington.
Good work, Emma.
All right, Jay, so in order to keep yourself in this competition, Jay, you need to hit your 5, and if you do it, you will knock out Tom Dagnino. If you do it.
Jay Washington.
Come on, Jay. Eliminate Dagnino.
Question, and to take the lead, and I believe knock Tom Dagnino
Yep.
out of the game.
It'll be between Jay and
It's
Emma.
terrible for
A
everything.
little bit riding on this, you selected number 8, the number of Steve Young. It also corresponds to Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey films.
Come on, Jay.
Your 5-point question is, Matthew McConaughey and a fellow Matthew Fox play football coaches together in what flick?
Come on, Jay.
Dazed and Confused?
And with that, Jay Washington has been eliminated.
We are Marshall.
We are
We
Marshall.
are Marshall.
So Tom actually wins this battle. Jay almost had him out, but now it's between Tom Dagnino
Come on, Emma.
and Emma. Emma needs to hit just the 5.
Come on, Emma.
And tie.
Woo! Come on,
If
Emma.
she hits her 3, she will tie it. If she hits the 5, it's over.
She wins.
So here we go.
Emma Fife, your category
Come on, Emma.
for 3 points
Okay.
is from the world of fantasy science fiction. And your question is, who plays Agent Seymour Simmons in the Transformers franchise?
Oh, Agent Seymour Simmons. Josh Duhamel?
Incorrect. Looking for John Turturro, Finstock's favorite answer.
All right, so now it comes down to this. Emma
Come on, Emma.
She needs to hit this
Okay.
5-pointer. If she does, she wins the Manager Bowl. If she misses it, Tom Dagnino wins it.
Emma Fife for 5 points.
Okay.
Come on,
The
Emma.
win of the first inaugural Manager Bowl. You selected number 16. That corresponds to the category titled Charlize Theron movies.
Okay.
And your question is, which animal was voiced by Charlize in Kubo and the Two Strings?
Oh, a baboon. It's like she's a baboon with it's kind of what it is. It's a Japanese sort of monkey.
Your winner, winning the first Manager Bowl, the Golden Mike!
Yes! Woo! Woohoo!
Look at the pure joy on Emma's face.
Where's Emma's competitor? We need Emma's competitor. Where is her competitor? We don't know where her competitor is.
You know what? We gotta assume she does have a competitor, or else this whole win is illegal.
Who is it?
Do we know where your competitor is?
She's too busy high-fiving in frivolity. We need Emma's competitor at some point to validate the win.
Do we know where your competitor is?
Yeah.
Can we just bring him out again?
Yeah, sure.
What was the official answer?
It was monkey. She said baboon/monkey. She said
in the orangutan colony. That's not the thing.
She said baboon/monkey.
Author Mark Andreyko.
Well, you guys can figure that out. I have to deal with it. I'm not the commissioner anymore. All right. So because we're not going to go back. Look, what we'll say before we throw to Mark Riley. My God, what a match!
You know, Christian. It was a slugfest at times. It felt like a defensive grug match, but ultimately you had Emma Fyfe and Tom Dagnino and Jay Washington too. Ricky Haber getting his highest.
And then right after that, we'll have the promos, and we're going to get into the Inner Geekdom Championship.
Woo!
Jason Inman going up against Hector Navarro when we get back.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? It's the Spectacular, and I'm here with the winner, Emma Fyfe, and
That corresponds to the category titled
Baboon/monkey. Baboon/monkey. She said
in the orangutan colony. That's not the thing.
She said baboon/monkey.
Yep.
First thing was baboon.
I said it was a monkey.
You want to challenge her?
You're a buffoon.
All right, here we go. So Emma Fyfe is your winner, and can we
Yes.
come on out? Emma Fyfe's first competitor.
Woo! Yes!
oh wow.
Mark Andreyko!
Wearing
Woo!
the Hobo clothes.
Draco's part of the
That's
Lions
right!
I don't know how this can happen,
Wait, what is-
Christian.
Woo!
I'm confused. So much
Nice to see
happening.
Mark Andreyko here. Yeah, Tom,
Wow, you got somebody who looks like Mark Andreyko. Wow, that's pretty good.
that's Mark Andreyko.
This is Mark Andreyko.
That's really you.
Famed movie trivia enthusiast and author Mark Andreyko.
Well, you guys can figure that out behind the scenes.
I didn't see anybody smoking crack in the limo. Was that you?
Well, it looks. Well, all right. It looks like. Look, so Mark Andreyko.
called it!
Emma Fyfe-
Andreyko was the only one who wasn't smoking crack, actually.
There's going to be some blood boiling at the post-game interviews here.
I don't envy Mark Riley at all. Who's got to do all these interviews, and we're going to hear.
You're going to be
Yes!
about the monkey thing.
You talk to
Okay,
that.
because that's a baboon. That's a different thing.
That's the beauty of it. I don't have to deal with it. I'm not the
Yep.
commissioner anymore. All right. So because we're not going to go back. Look, what we'll say before we throw to Mark
right.
Riley. My God, what a match!
You know, Christian. It was a slugfest at times. It felt like a defensive grug match, but ultimately you had Emma Fyfe and Tom Dagnino and Jay Washington too. Ricky Haber getting his highest score in singles ever. He's only competed once, but still his highest score ever. What a match we had today. That's a great way to kick off this year's spectacular.
It's big. Jay is seething. Ricky's very happy because that's the most Ricky's ever scored.
He's going to go drink.
Yeah, so we're going to hear a lot from these guys for sure.
Good job, Mark.
As we wrap this up, and now what this means, there's so much that this means. Now Emma Fyfe is a bona fide manager.
Yep.
She now represents Mark
Andreyko.
Andreyko, apparently. We'll hear more about that now. She can choose. Will Mark Andreyko get a #1 contender at a title shot? Will she get somebody new inside the faction? What's that mean for Blofeld's cat? I don't understand.
My head is still reeling from this switch
We'll
up.
find all that out. So we're going to go.
Hell
through it.
yes,
And
Emma.
then right after
Good
that,
job.
We'll have the promos, and we're going to get into the Inner Geekdom Championship. Jason Inman going up against Hector Navarro when we get back.
what's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? It's the Spectacular, and I'm here with the winner, Emma Fyfe. But first, we're going to get to the match in question, but I need to ask first. How did this happen? Mark Andreyko, this is a good look for you, buddy.
Well, thank you very much. All I got to say is I'm here for my lady, my champion, Emma, who won decisively. I know there's a lot of questions to be asked, but I don't want to. This is her moment to shine. We'll talk about this all later. I just want to now give it to the deserved champion, Miss Fyfe.
Exactly. Mark Riley, all will be revealed by the end of today. Let's just say that there is a plan in place, and the Lions Den are going down. This is a great way to start off the day, and I can't wait for you guys to all find out the plans that I have in store.
Plans indeed. You shocked
job,
the crowd,
Emma.
but we will get to that. Emma, how does it feel to win the inaugural
Good job.
Managers Schmoedown? This is an incredible win for you. How do you feel right now?
I'm feeling pretty good. I gotta be honest with you. I'm really glad it came down to that last question between me and Dagnino.
Yeah, did you hope in your heart of hearts
Sure.
that it would come down to Dagnino? You guys have had a little bit of a contentious relationship.
certainly have.
Is
We
an
certainly have.
understatement. Do you feel like you have gotten your revenge?
I feel like this is a step in the direction of my ultimate revenge, which, as I say, is definitely in the works, because enough is enough. Honestly, I was just excited to get out there to debut my first team member, who obviously is the incredibly talented Mark Andreyko, whose time has just not yet come in this league because he's been aligning himself with the side of evil. But now that he is on the side of good, everything is going to change. As I say, I had nothing to lose going into this match. I didn't really care about winning, but man, it feels really good to win.
Yes, it does.
I know what it's like to win a big match. How did it feel to get the question at the end, that 5-pointer? You seem to have won it right away. The animation, especially Kubo and the 2 strings, in your wheelhouse, right?
Oh, totally. I loved Kubo and the 2 strings. It was one of my favorite films of last year. And
check it out.
as I said, Charlize Theron, and I'm pretty familiar with most of her work, so I wasn't too nervous going into it. But as soon as I heard Kubo, I was like, I'm gonna know this. I'm gonna know this. And it just turns out that I did. So.
Yep. Well, it was a good question.
It was a good question.
The answer. How
Thank
did
you.
it feel having the look at this
There
guy?
he is.
Look at him like you husband.
Yep.
Look, you know what? Here's what I'm saying here. You know what? Congratulations, you did win.
Thank you.
And when are you talking to Andreyko here? What the fuck is going on?
Andreyko?
Yeah, my buddy.
Yeah,
He's
no,
a
sorry,
Lions Den member.
my buddy.
Yeah, but
He's
what do you guys do?
no
Going to
longer
Harry
in the
Potter stuff for
Lions
yourself?
Den. You
This
know,
is ridiculous.
Tom.
You know what? Nobody leaves the Lions in if I don't say so.
Listen, you said you have a plan. I also have a plan. Thank you.
I'll talk to you later, Tom. It's okay. You know, he does that. That's
Hey,
okay. Can
I'm-
you lock him in a closet somewhere?
I sure plan on it.
Listen, how does it feel? The whole crowd was pulling for you.
Yeah.
You pulled it off. You made it happen. It must be a great, great feeling to have the entire Schmoedown audience on your side.
It's super true, and now, like, I'm gonna be riding
That's
high
my
for the
girl.
rest of the event. I mean, pressure's off. I won my big match, and now I just get to go and do some interviews, and I might be a little more involved towards the end of the event here today.
Yeah, well, that begs the question, Emma Fife, are you going to continue to compete?
Man, you know, I actually feel like I did fairly well. And
Oh,
so
yeah,
I'm
you did.
feeling like maybe I could.
just gotta say, you did great. But I got 5 points right. I just want to say congratulations. Thank you so much for beating Dagnino.
Good job,
That's
Ricky.
the only thing that I cared about. So just congratulations.
Thanks,
Good
Ricky.
job, Ricky.
You did great today, Ricky.
Good to see you, my friend. Thank you. That was
did
a good
5 points. Good job,
Earn
Ricky.
those 5 points.
Was.
Emma Fife, winner of the Manager Bowl. Congratulations,
Oh,
Emma.
Ricky.
Thank you so much.
I'm here with a very distraught Jay Washington. Jay, what happened there? Where's Brienne? We have a lot of questions for you, but first, let's get to the match. How do you feel right now? You don't look good. What happened back there, man?
What do you think happened?
Well, looks like
I really don't care. I blinked and let Swamp Thing go over my head, and I've watched Swamp Thing repeatedly. Then I get a James Bond question taken away from me because a group of nerds in the crowd and the audience who aren't competing want to complain about an unofficial James Bond. Then I have to blank out and watch Emma Fife get her favorite fucking category, Harry Potter. How do you think I feel right now? How do you think? I am utterly, ultimately pissed. I had to watch Dumb Nino go further than me. How do you think I feel? How angry do you think I am inside right now? Next question.
next question. Where's Brienne?
I don't know, and that is even eating me up even fucking more. She ain't been seen around here since she left after her match with Kalinowski. I don't know where she is. She wasn't in the back to help me and Stacy. She wasn't in to come out with me. She isn't even here right now. Things are not going the way I anticipated, and it is really getting my blood boiling. I don't like being this dude right now. I don't want to be. But this Schmoedown has just pissed me off royally. I don't have a Brienne here. I don't have a win in the Manager's Bowl. I'm sitting here holding my fucking tail between my legs.
All right, I'll change the questioning up. What are your thoughts on Andreyko leaving the Lions Den and joining Emma Fife?
Andreyko can do whatever the hell Andreyko want to do. He want to join Emma. He got to learn Harry Potter. He's not going to learn any geek knowledge. I mean, okay, she gets a phenomenal player. So what? How far does that go? Now we got to deal with him and Burnett arguing over that ugly-ass coat in the Lions Den. I don't want to even be bothered with it. Next question so I can get up out of here. I got better things to do.
All right. So next question. So moving forward, what do you want to happen now that you can't find Brienne, but you still have Stacey Howard? Do you have any big plans? Are you going to try to get more people into your faction? What do you do from here?
You want to know what I do from here?
Well, that's what he does from here. Jay Washington out. Mark Yodi Riley for the Spectacular. Back to you, Christian and Mark.
So you think you made the right choice?
Oh, absolutely, without question, without question.
Listen, I knew you had my back no matter what, but it feels real good to beat that idiot.
Yeah, I can imagine. He's a loudmouth. And,
He
a
is.
lot of talk, no action.
Oh, and speaking of...
What are you, crazy, Andreyko?
Crazy smart.
What happened? Are you drunk or something?
No, I'm stone cold sober. I just realized after what had happened with Emma in my interview with her, where I felt myself getting really heely, and then the stuff that happened with Rachel and that imbalanced match, that winning isn't everything. It's about being a good person and being able to live with myself.
Good job,
and to make a choice.
Andreyko.
So what are you saying? You don't want championship belts?
If it comes at that cost, if it comes at the cost of my morals and my soul and being a jerk.
What about your buddy over here?
Listen, man, Blofeld's Cat's a solid team. We're 2-1 now. I mean, I understand sometimes victory is not as sweet as we want it to be, but it's still a victory.
That's not me. I'm not a win at all costs guy. I would rather be a good person and take a loss than be a bad person and win.
Okay. So you don't want to win.
Oh, I'm going to win. I'm going to destroy you guys. But given the choice, I'm going to win with good people as opposed to
bad people. Yep.
What? Giving you one last opportunity.
It's declined.
It's declined.
Okay.
Sorry. Sorry. I wish you guys well, but it's time for me to move on. I think it's good for everybody.
Have fun at the coffee bean.
Oh, we will.
No, we will.
Get the non-fat lattes or whatever you guys buy. You know.
Good job, Andreyko.
Man, I can't believe that guy. I mean, we had a great team going. Listen, I just want to say, you guys, I'm happy to be here. That guy, I mean, enough of Andreyko. What is he? Suddenly, he really became a cat? He really became a pussy? Is that what it is?
Let me tell you
Is
something.
that what it is?
Let me tell you
You know
something.
what I'm saying? I mean, I'm here for you guys.
I get it.
Yes, you get it.
Do you understand the word necessity?
Yes, and you guys are a necessity to my well-being now. Let me just tell you that.
He's a necessity.
Absolutely.
He's definitely a necessity.
JTE, Little Evil, and this guy, the Star Wars King.
You know who isn't a
And
necessity?
he's an in-Snyder?
You.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna have to. You know what? Here, take a look that way.
What are you saying? Wait, what are you saying?
Listen.
Are you kidding me? I was the Inner Geekdom champion, the first Inner Geekdom champion. What are you saying?
You've been dropped by like 5 factions already.
What are you talking about,
Okay?
dude?
I need you to take a seat real quick. Okay? Because what
He's
you're
gonna
doing
join Emma's team.
So please take a seat.
All right.
Okay?
Whatever you want.
Okay? That's all we're saying.
That's fine.
See, there's a door over there. We're gonna walk out of it. You can stay here.
Think about what you mean to us, which is nothing. Champion's this.
This is not acceptable. This is not what I am about. I am a former champion. I am a film director. I am a documentarian. I am the world's greatest Star Trek expert. No one treats me like this. No one.
It looks like the camera pulls out.
I will come back. You people will be destroyed.
You can hear him over the door. Uh-oh.
Oh. Hey, Hector. Oh, hey, what's up, Inman? What's going on, man? Good to see you, dude. Jason. Right. Yeah. That's true. Jason. Hector, Jason. Yeah.
It's nice that you're holding my belt for me.
Oh. It's technically mine. Until we'll see what happens.
I mean, until, about an hour from now.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. And then it'll probably still be mine, but who knows, it might be yours.
I hope you've been studying on Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, my friend.
Maybe a little bit. Or should I say, flipendo? It's a Harry Potter spell.
Yeah, I know it.
Lucius Malfoy, right?
Interesting. Staying very surface.
Gandalf the White? Oh, you thought I was going to say gray, but then I said Gandalf the White, which is a deep
What's the
cut.
name of his horse?
Oh my gosh. Tooth Gnasher. I'm sorry, no, Tooth Grinder. It's Tooth Grinder. Wait, no, my bad. Those are Thor's goats.
I'm gonna enjoy having that later.
No, it's
keep
Shadowfax.
Keep
Shadowfax.
studying. Keep studying.
Okay, I'll keep studying, Jason. Good luck, bud.
Wow, so I mean, look at all of that went down. I mean, look, first of all, you don't ever really see Tom Dagnino get upset, but the fact that he confronts Andrejko behind the scenes there, and Andrejko standing by Fife, who wins, and just says he doesn't want to be part of this faction anymore. He didn't like himself the way that he was while he was with the Den, and he leaves. But how about then Dagnino turns on Burnett and kicks Burnett out of the Den? I mean, the fact that Burnett is now out of the Den, and Draco's gone. So now all you have in the Lions Den, they're kind of in disarray right now. You have Ken, Grace, Dagnino, and the Patriots, because Andrejko's gone and Burnett's gone. It's so far not a great start for the faction that's going to take over the spectacular.
2 reasons to not do drugs, kids. 1, so you can be sober and keep track of all the changes happening. Number 2, so you don't end up like Tom Dagnino.
I mean, that was the way we started it off. Right away there. Now, guys, we have, coming up for you, the Inner Geekdom Championship.
Woo! This is going to be a hot one.
This is going to be a great match. You've got 5 rounds here, Mark, and you have, first of all, you got to start with the challenger and Jason Inman. Now, Jason Inman, last year at the Spectacular, when I told him I was doing this match, he said, you got to put me in that Fatal 5. You got to put me in it. I'm so good at this.
Got down on one knee, had a ring.
We did, and I said, well, you're already in it. You're already in the Spectacular. You guys are going to be playing ETC and the team division. He said, but I want to be in the Inner Geekdom, and it just wasn't meant to be last year, and he just kept plotting and saying, I needed to be in it. He lost his first Fatal 5 there, where Rachel Cushing and Jeremy Johns were in the finals, but then he came back. He beat Emma Fife, who we just saw won, and then he beat out Rachel Cushing in that Fatal 4-way to take this shot at Navarro. He's earned his spot. He wants to be here, but Navarro is not a pushover. Navarro has proven. Look, he dominated in last year's Spectacular.
Come on, Hector.
He beat Jeremy Johns. He beat Burnett. He's really a dominant champion.
That's right. I mean, if you're Jason Inman, you woke up this morning and you said, Captain's log, this could be the best day of my entire life. But if you're Hector Navarro, you were too busy looking in the mirror at how good that belt is going to stay around your waist.
Well, we're going to find out here, because we will hear from both our competitors right now. We decided to create a new championship here. It is the Inner Geekdom Championship. Robert Meyer Burnett has eliminated John Campia. That's your finals. That's your finals.
Rogue. That's incorrect, Hector.
Raven Mystique.
That is correct. It is.
Josh Brolin.
That is correct. That's correct. It is correct.
Yeb Nub.
Niem Nub is correct. The Wrath of Khan.
Admiral. High game! Look at that. And your winner! And the new Inner Geekdom Champion of the World,
Robert Meyer Burnett. Robert Meyer Burnett has been flapping his old-ass gums for weeks now, talking about how much smarter he is, how much better he is than me. The belt's already mine. I'm not trying to come off as super cocky or confident, but it's mine. I'm already wearing it. I've already sized it up. I've already resized it. I've already picked out outfits to match with it, because it's already mine. It's not even a question.
I tell you, when you have age, you have experience, and when you have the incredible wealth of knowledge that I possess, there is no one anywhere that can take me down.
Here we go. Let's begin round. Jason Inman is here.
Okay.
Jason Inman is here. Wait.
This is not planned. I was not aware of this.
This is Jason Inman going up for the team titles here next Tuesday.
Excuse me, Hector. I'm going to borrow your micro second.
Okay.
So I was not allowed to compete in the Inner Geekdom Championship. And I got to say that all your questions are bushly.
Oh,
So I'm going to put this out here right now.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to go to the champ.
What do you got?
Let's make this a 3-way champ.
Triple threat match?
For the belt.
Triple threat match right now for the belt.
I defer to
Well,
you,
yeah,
the champ.
I can't just say yes on
Yeah,
that.
I don't know if
because
we can even say that.
That's up to the champion. So if you would like to defend the title, Robert, in the triple threat match right now.
Well, you know, Jason, I like you. You're a good guy. There's a reason you worked in the Inner Geekdom Championship. And there's a reason you're not going to be here today. So sit your ass down until you win some more matches until you are worthy.
Tell him to
That's
get
what
on.
I'm talking about.
And your winner, and the new Inner Geekdom Champion of the World, Hector Nightmare Navarro!
It makes me look tiny, and it's awesome.
Whoa!
Jason Inman just won't let it go.
I won't. Because Hector Navarro, you are the luckiest man in the Schmoedown. You want to know why?
Why?
Because if Robert had let me compete, I would have stole that belt from you.
No way, Jose.
Lee Merriweather, Halle Berry, you work for DC. Come on, man.
That's true. Do they count
Enjoy
as
that
television?
belt, because you're not going to have it for very long. Super Freak?
And your winner!
I don't know!
It's a music question! Movie Trivia Schmoedown!
I like Jerry's response. It's a movie. It's a music question.
Hector the Nightmare Navarro!
I have been waiting for this shot for over a year. I was in last year's Spectacular, and I'm damn sure going to be in this year's Spectacular. My home team, the Kansas City Royals.
And your winner! Playing here for the championship, Jason Justice Inman!
I think the fates of the Schmoedown are smiling at me because they know where that belt is coming to live.
I mean, this has been a very long time coming. You've been gunning for Hector Navarro for a long time.
Yes.
And you keep coming in here, and you never give up. You're extremely persistent, and it's paid off.
It has. And remember last year, I told him in that almost three-way match, I told him that he was going to face me one way or another. And guess what? It is now happening.
This is the other.
Hector, you better dream about that belt because you're not going to have it after much longer.
Woo! This is gonna be a good match.
I went and challenged Robert Meyer Burnett and Hector Navarro. Well, I am finally here because I am going to prove that the best geek out there needs to win the Inner Geek division.
He might take it, but I'll probably hold on to it because I do know my stuff, and I've heard that the more that these categories whittle down to these deep-cut questions, that a category like MCU has gotten real tough, and I feel like that's a specialty of mine.
This is gonna be a good match, dude.
I'm here, I'm showing up, I'm defending
Come on,
my
Hector!
Geekdom title. You know, I just show up for the big events. That's kind of my job. I show up to defend it, and I'm feeling.
He's like the
probably
Brock
same amount
Lesnar of the
confidence
Schmoedown.
as
He only
myself,
comes in
you know?
for
I know
big
what
events.
I know, and I don't know what I don't know.
Well, I'm here, super friends, straight in the Spectacular, gunning for the championship of the Inner Geekdom title. That's right. Destiny has brought me to this hallowed hall.
I'm going to be real about Jason Inman. I wish that I wasn't competing against him because he's a formidable opponent. He is very formidable. He knows his stuff. I feel like his expertise is probably Star Trek, but also, that's like also a lot of TV shows, and I know this is only the movie competition, and I'm more of a Kirk Spock guy. I feel like he's definitely a Picard guy.
If you look at Hector, sometimes he hits DC. He gets the questions wrong, which is a little weird since he works for DC. And I'm not a big fan, since I'm a co-patriot of his at DC All Access, that he keeps picking Marvel movies on the wheel. We need an Inner Geekdom champion that is true, straight, honest, and the champion that we all deserve.
Yeah, he knows his stuff. You know, we're buds, and he might take it, but I'll probably hold on to it because I do know my stuff, and I've heard that the more that these categories whittle down to these deep-cut questions, that a category like MCU has gotten real tough, and I feel like that's a specialty of mine. So, you know.
Hector, Booby, I love you. You're
Booby,
a nice guy.
I love you.
You got an okay beard, but you're gonna
Okay.
cry. I'm gonna make you cry today. But I'll give you a hug after I take it away. Don't worry, I'm not gonna give you a jab like you'll give to me, or some like funky little dance to a Guardians of the Galaxy music. You know, I'm not gonna do that. I'll give you a hug and a hearty handshake because you deserve respect. But the belt's coming with me.
Jason Inman, good luck, bud. But I think that this is like Allstate. It's in good hands. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that was so
What you
cheesy,
see is
Hector.
both the video package and the announcements that these guys are ready to go. Navarro says he's a big game fighter. He's been in the first Spectacular. He was in the free-for-all. He was in Collider Collision, and now he's back for the Spectacular. He is a big game fighter, and he has been here before. He's ready for the crowd. Inman, this is the biggest crowd Inman's ever fought for sure. This is the first, I believe, that was the second title. He went for those. He went for the team titles. Just came up short against the Patriots. So he's been in the title picture before, but man, they're ready to go.
You look at how the term geek has traveled through the landscape. When I was a boy, geek wasn't a term of endearment.
It meant Ken Knapsack.
That's right. It meant Ken Knapsack broadcasting by himself in his basement. And now, in 2017, we got a bunch of nerds fighting for about to call themselves the best geek.
Well, we're going to find out right now because, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for
the movie trivia Schmoedown.
5 rounds in the Inner Geekdom division. Introducing first, the challenger.
I gotta do the copyright. We're gonna go straight into.
So I'd like to introduce, taking my spot for this match, ladies and gentlemen, you know her as Rachel the
Crusher!
All right. Rachel Cushing. Thank God. Oh my goodness. Rachel Cushing is here.
Woo!
You know, Rachel, I know you're no stranger to the Inner Geekdom events, but Christian likes to do switch-ups from time to time. I am so happy he did not say the name Robert Meyer Burnett. And instead, he brings you to the table. Now, again, you know your Inner Geekdom. You look at Jason Justice Inman. You look at Hector the Nightmare Navarro. Who do you got in this matchup?
Well, the competitor in me is certainly going for Inman because he played a hell of a match in our Fatal 4-Way. And, you know, if I had to lose to anybody, I'm happy to lose to the Justice of the league. So, yeah, sorry, Hector, I'm going with Jason.
All right, and you feel free to compliment my suit at any time during the match. We're going to get going here. Is everybody ready for the Inner Geekdom Championship?
Woo!
In round 1, competitors, you will hear a series of 10 questions from 10 different parts of the geek. You know, Rachel, it's all French to me. So, here we go. Starting off round number 1.
Okay, guys, the first category is Harry Potter movies. And your question is, Luna Lovegood's father is the editor of what magazine? Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I don't think your suit fits in the Harry Potter world, but
Ooh, the blocks fit, as it were. 5, 4.
I'm not gonna get this one.
3,
God damn it.
2, 1. Pens down. Hector Navarro.
The Magical Times.
That is
incorrect.
Incorrect. Jason Justice.
Is it the Quibbler?
It is the Quibbler. 1 point for Jason Inman. No points for Navarro.
All right, well, here's a chance to score some points, Hector. In category number 2, Marvel films. Who plays Moira McTaggart in X-Men First Class and X-Men Apocalypse?
You like that Apocalypse movie? A lot of people divided on
No, not
Roseburn.
5, 4.
Loved her neighbors.
3, 2, and
Misspelled last
1.
name.
Jason Inman.
The amazing Judy Smith.
Judy Smith is incorrect. Can Navarro tie Inman?
Roseburn.
He certainly can. Deadlocked at 1. Here we go.
Category number 3 is in DC films. Who played Jonah Hex?
I'm not going to ask you what you thought about that.
The crowd told us how to think about that question.
The crowd holding their nose at that point. And we go
That would be Josh Brolin.
4, 3, 2, and a 1. Hector Navarro.
Josh Brolin.
There he is also Thanos. That is correct for a point, Jason.
Josh Brolin.
Also got Brolin. We're deadlocked at 2. And we move on to category numero 4. Is that 4? 4.
That is 4. That'll be in the universe of Star Wars.
Hey, all right.
How many characters are mentioned by name in the opening crawl text of The Force Awakens? Some groans on that one.
Yeah, they better not be grown in the movie because I love that.
I agree.
God, we came back to Star Wars in such a great way. I felt like I was back, Rachel.
It was.
Two, right?
5, 4, 3,
2,
and a 1. Jason Inman, you got a shot at this?
I think it's 2.
It is, in fact, 2. Hector Navarro, how'd you do?
I had 3.
He had 3. We had Luke and Leia. That's right.
Yep,
That is
Luke
right.
and Leia.
Name dropped, what's his name? Poe Dameron, but I was wrong.
They just say pilot.
They do.
They just say some dude.
Somebody memorized that opening crawl, I think.
So now Inman back to a narrow 3-2 lead over Hector Navarro as we progress to a world that Jason Inman might be a little familiar with.
Yes, it's another universe, the universe of Star Trek. What was the full name of the alias that Khan used in Star Trek Into Darkness?
I like that when the crowd reacts to Intergeek.
I kind of like the big crowd, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of geeks in this audience, Mark. You might be outnumbered.
And in 5, definitely.
I don't know this one.
3.
And I actually
2,
seen the Star Trek
no
movie.
chance here. 1. Pens down, Hector Navarro.
John Harrison.
That is correct.
Yeah.
We will go with that. We're tied for the moment, but Jason
John
Inman
Harrison.
also had
Okay.
John Harrison. Okay, and we continue on in round number 1. We're going to go to a little place I like to call Middle Earth.
Lord of the
Yeah, so
Rings.
boys, do me proud. In the realm of Lord of the Rings, who plays King Theoden in the Lord of the Rings films?
Did you read the books as well?
Many, many, many times.
On tape or with your own eyes?
With my own eyes. You should try it, Mark. It's pretty good.
Sounds impossible. 5.
I am not going to get this
4,
one right.
3, 2, and a
Love the
1.
movies.
Jason Inman, you got any guess at this?
It's not a guess. I know it's Bernard Hill.
Inman. 5-3. Hector Navarro, do you have
I
it?
also know it's Hugo Weaving.
Navarro sitting in the favorites chair, deservedly so, but he finds himself 2 down to Jason Inman. In round number 1, we go to your 7th question.
The category is Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the question is, according to Odin in Thor, where was Mjolnir forged?
I think I'm going to open with a dear God on that question.
Could you have pronounced that?
Oh, no. There's a lot of
was
vowels and
Mamma
consonants I'm
Mia?
not familiar with. We're going to go to 5, 4. I can count down. 1,
You're
3,
very good at it.
2, and
Oh,
1.
it's not-
Who's up? Hector Navarro.
The Heart of the Dying
Star.
It's correct.
Yeah.
Great Anthony Hopkins.
It is correct, Jason.
Heart of a Star.
Heart of a Star.
No, it's a dying star.
Come on.
There's a
Really?
difference.
Come on.
There's a difference.
It's the same location.
We're going to have to go to the judges for a ruling.
I wouldn't because he does say
I'm gonna say
Heart of a Dying
I'm gonna
Star.
say it's round 1. I think you got the Heart of the Star. I think we're gonna accept that answer. I think that is an accepted answer.
Hector,
I don't know. I wouldn't have.
See
I
what
would.
a challenge he is. As
Now, if
classy
Navarro
as
said
they
Heart of a
come.
Star,
because
yes.
dying stars are still stars.
No, they're not.
And now we move on to
You didn't
Middle
ask for
Earth again.
adjectives.
The movie trilogy we're talking about now is The Hobbit.
Your final question is, what is the name of the village that Bard brings Bilbo and the dwarves to in The Desolation of Smaug?
Name of the village.
I gotta
Oh.
correct you on that, Rachel. It's actually
Nope.
Oh,
You gotta really hit
roll
that.
it out
Really
there.
hit that U, or else they will never let you hear the end of it. 5, 4.
I'm not gonna get this one
3,
either.
2, 1. Jason Inman, you have any adjectives for this one?
Lake Town.
Lake Town.
That is the correct. Lake Town is the answer?
Yep.
All right. As opposed to Pondville. Okay. Hector Navarro, you get that too?
Lake Town, baby!
Wow.
talk about holding up the
Yeah. Yeah. Gonna take the kids down to Riverburg.
Riverburg.
2 more questions in round 1, and we go to the world of the DCEU, which we know all fans are so passionate about.
Yep.
All right, guys. That was Mike, if anybody wanted to know. In Batman v Superman, we see Diana on a plane about to leave Gotham before deciding to go help fight Doomsday. What airline was she using? It's the championship, guys.
You make the point of all points there, is that the question's going to be tougher even in round 1. And we're going to have to go to the
United Airlines.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hector Navarro, did you have it?
Ferris Air.
It's not Ferris Air, unfortunately.
That's a good
Jason
answer.
Inman.
This is probably completely wrong, but something in my head is telling me Air Turkey.
So close, but we cannot accept it. Turkish Airlines.
Turkish Airline. Oh.
Turkish Airlines. All right. Had it been United, she would have been thrown off already. One more question in round one. And this is going to be a category we're very excited about here, Rachel, because we don't know what it could be.
So your final category is in mixed bag. Lindsay Fonseca plays Katie, the girlfriend to what comic book superhero?
Katie?
So we see some pens moving. This is a tough mixed bag.
Apparently.
A fitting way to close out round one. Go to 5, 4, 3, 2,
Wow.
1.
Nope.
Hector Navarro.
Doing the drawing. Kick-Ass.
Yeah, give him the point.
Oh, wow.
He sniffed that one out. Jason Inman.
Didn't get it.
All right, so Jason Inman could not get that one.
Good job,
However, he
Hector.
still has a 1-point lead over Hector Navarro.
God damn
As
it.
it's not the end of the game, kids. We don't need to shake hands just
a long
yet.
way to go.
Whole lot of rounds left because now we move on, Rachel, to round two. We love it around these parts because it's the wheel round, the multiple choice, at which point the value of the questions in round two. Hector Navarro, you are actually not winning right now, and I just wanted to point that out. Jason Inman, you can spin first, or you can defer to Navarro.
Hector is the champion, and Hector pulled out that kick-ass reference, so I'm going to let him go first.
He does know who Lindsay Fonseca is, and he is going to spin first.
Just a heads up, Lindsay Fonseca, I had a chance to meet her. She's a wonderful actor. She's a great person. She's great. Lindsay Fonseca.
You want me to pick out that name for you?
Quite the fun.
Right.
She's great.
I can pick out that name.
That's how I feel like it's Slumdog Millionaire. Like, I met her. I know this.
Hector Navarro has issued the Facebook friend request. In the meantime,
Don't do it. No.
DC movies.
Ooh.
Hector, these are DC movies that are not currently in the DCEU. Otherwise, we would put the other two letters
Got
up.
it. Which we all know is a baloney term, and the actual term, as far as we know, is just DC Films franchise, but we're just going to leave that DCEU.
And I'm looking at the judges. You do not get a point for that.
But we wanted to state that for our employers.
That's true.
Well done.
We know.
Well done.
It's just a game.
You know, Rachel, we're having fun today, but they got to make sure they're paying the rent.
Yeah.
2018.
Paycheck's got to come in.
It's just a game, Jim Lee. Thanks so much. So I can spin again if I wanted to.
You are certainly allowed to spin again, and I don't think DC would have its feelings hurt.
Or would they?
Or would they?
Well, you're going to have to go to a 5 count here. 5, 4,
I will take it.
3.
All right, I'll spin again.
So he's going to spin again.
Okay.
Going to spin again, Rachel, spinning away from DC.
You got to play big.
What
with
could he
your
land on?
lunches.
Because you got to remember, opponent's choice and spinner's choice are also
It's
on the
gonna be.
wheel.
It's gonna be Lord of the
He
Rings.
might have
It's gonna be Lord of the Rings.
trouble here if he's not that confident with Lord of the Rings. He lands on opponent's choice.
Ooh.
Coming back around. Could be spinner's choice, Rachel.
Spinner's choice!
Choice!
All right.
Wow.
Woo!
Hector
Lord of the
Navarro.
Rings. Prove us all wrong.
Big Lord of the
I'm
Rings!
gonna go
Prove us
with,
all wrong!
I mean, come on.
I heard the category's getting tougher, but I'm gonna go with my strength. I'll go with MCU movies. I'll do
Going
that.
with the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
He's the MCU guy.
Yes, he
Okay,
is.
Hector, your first question in the world of the MCU, and keep in mind, Jason, stealing is legal in round 2. Your question is, what did Thor demand from the pet store owner when he wandered into his store in Thor?
They didn't have any, but he said he needed a horse.
Horse.
2 points for Hector Navarro. He's in the lead, Rachel. 8-7. Your next
Something large
question.
enough to ride.
In the film Iron Man 3, what was the name that Tony and Jarvis gave to deploying all of the Iron Man suits?
Sorry, repeat that question.
That's a JT rule, and I certainly can. In Iron Man 3, what was the name that Tony and Jarvis gave to deploying all of the Iron Man suits?
It would be the House Party Protocol.
Yep.
2 more points. This guy knows his MCU, Rachel.
That's why he picked it. Proving his stuff. Proving why he has the belts.
All right. We move on to your third of 5 questions. In the first Guardians of the Galaxy film, what nickname did Peter give to Rocket as they were being escorted aboard the kiln?
Do I have multiple choice with this? Or
You
no?
certainly do have multiple
I'm
choice,
not-
as will Jason.
Okay, let me see here.
And you have 5 seconds. 4, 3,
Multiple choice.
2.
Yeah, I'll go multiple choice on this.
Multiple choice is available. Is it A, Shirt Tails, B, Davy Crockett, C, Sly Cooper, or D, Ranger Rick?
Ranger Rick?
Well, Sly Cooper came out way after 1988, which when he was abducted. It's the answer is Ranger Rick.
Give the man another point. Building his lead on Jason Inman. Keep in mind, he was losing by 1, and now all of a sudden Inman finds himself trailing by how much is the question? 2 points left in round 2. What is the name of the dimension that Doctor Strange sends Caecilius in order to save the New York Sanctum?
The Dark Dimension.
That is incorrect. Jason, can you steal 2 points?
Is it the mirror dimension?
It is, and that is a monster steal. Wow.
That's the later. Yeah.
Woo, boy. Seemed like Hector went a little quick on the trigger there, Rachel.
There's a lot of dimensions, Mark.
Yes, there is.
Going through.
4 point swing, and I don't know any of the dimension. In the film Iron Man 2, what does Justin Hammer call the mini-missile he adds to Rhodey's War Machine suit of armor?
I'll call it the ex-wife.
He sniffed his marker and it gave him 2 points. 2 more points.
That's right.
13-9 for Hector Navarro. So despite that road bump he had with Jason Inman capitalizing on it, Hector Navarro still a 4-point lead. But there's some strength of Inman's on there.
Time for him to spin the wheel.
Get in there, Mr. Picard or John Kirk or whatever you're
Commander Riker.
There we go.
John Kirk.
It was on the tip of my tongue. You know he's got to be looking for Star Trek. Did he get it?
DCU.
So now, Rachel, Jason Inman in kind of the same predicament Hector Navarro is in, where he is clearly known for his love of DC. He's on the DCU, but it's hanging on to Star Trek. Jason, do you want to use your mulligan, or are you going with the DCEU?
This could get really deep cut. Really deep cut.
I think we know what Hector wants him to do.
Hector Navarro playing head games with Inman. We're going to need an answer. 5.
Let's go.
Oh, he's going.
Woo!
All right.
Watch, who played
David
Superman?
Harbour of Stranger Things fame.
Is this the question?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you.
No, I'm just telling you a fact.
I didn't know.
He was in that.
David Harbour of Stranger Things makes an appearance as a government agent, Dexter Tolliver, in which DC...
Man of Steel?
Suicide Squad.
2 points for Inman.
Yep.
2 points for Inman.
I hope they bring him back.
That's Hellboy, sure.
No, but I mean like...
No, Hellboy and Suicide Squad.
Oh, what?
Yeah, let's go
Yeah,
crazy.
let's do it.
Justice with it.
All right, guys, up to the front.
Sorry, we had to nerd out.
I will turn this
It is
car
the
around,
victim.
and nobody goes to Disneyland. In Batman v Superman, where was the tracker found in Jimmy
his
Olsen's
coat.
ear?
No, his camera. His camera.
His camera? His camera.
Yeah. We're gonna say we can accept. I think we can.
Do I need to challenge?
Yeah.
this?
Can I challenge? I feel like I should
You can.
challenge it.
You can challenge if you want. I'm gonna rule that it's a good guess.
I feel like the internet is telling me I'm stupid if I don't challenge. I'll challenge it.
Okay, Hector's gonna use his challenge, so we'll be right back with the answer.
Okay.
All right, we are back. I would like to thank Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Aquaman, Batman, and The Flash for cameoing and helping us judge this very tough debate. In the end, we are going to rule that it was the answer we were looking for was his camera film. But at the time, his film was in the camera. He pulled it out of the camera, out of the bag, and that's where he found the tracker. So Jason Justice Inman gets the 2-point ruling after the challenge. Hector Navarro loses his challenge, but I think the internet applauds you for being a true gamesman. This finds us in a precarious situation now, Rachel, because we are tied at 13. But Jason Inman still with 3 questions left in a universe he knows a little bit about, the DCU. Jason, your next question. What was the name of the Kent's family dog that Jonathan had to go back for during the tornado in Man of Steel?
It's not Crypto.
Gotta know pets' names. That's part of it. Being a geekdom.
I hope the dogs.
I'm going to go multiple choice with this one.
We can give that to you. Is it A, Hank, B, Shelby, C, Rover, or D, Jake?
Jake.
Pretty certain it's Shelby.
That is incorrect.
That's what it is in the comic books.
Can you steal it?
Can I hear the options again?
You certainly may. Is it A,
Wayne.
Hank, B, Shelby, C, Rover,
Is it Rover?
or D, Jake?
Hank.
We have a broken tie. Hector Navarro back on top.
All right, back and forth.
14-13. Jason, you still have 2 questions left in the DCEU.
Great.
And your question is, in Wonder Woman, what did Samir tell Diana he wanted to do, but because of his race and the war,
He wanted to be an actor.
became a spy?
He wanted to be an
Actor.
Inman's got the lead again.
I love Wonder Woman, man.
15-14. And your last question. We go back to Batman v Superman.
Oh, our favorite.
The movie that has caused no controversy whatsoever. In Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, what real-world talk show host did we see interviewing Holly Hunter's character about Superman?
Charlie Rose.
2 points
Yeah.
for Jason Inman, and he is up 3 as we go into round 3, Rachel, known as the betting round.
Well, this is a big one. I mean, it's 3 points. You can bet up to 3 points, so we could get back to a tie,
Yeah.
or Jason could increase his lead.
That is absolutely correct. What we're going to have you do is, Jason, because you're in the lead, you're going to give that wheel another spin, whatever category that lands. Very interesting strategy because Hector does not get to choose at all. This is 0 to 3. Keep in mind, 0 to 3. Keep in mind, you can win those points, but if you get the question wrong, you lose those points. Fire it up, Scotty.
Riker.
Oh, I'm sorry. And what's it going to land on?
Also, fire it up, Scotty is not even a thing.
Spinner's choice.
Whoa.
Rachel, very interesting strategy because Hector does not get to choose at all. This is Jason, so is he going to go to one of his strengths or something that you think Hector might not be familiar with?
I think there's a category that ticks 2 boxes with that.
Okay, Jason Inman, you're
I think I'd be remiss if I didn't pick Star Trek.
gonna go Star Trek.
I'm betting 0 points.
Shocking, given what you're wearing.
Yeah.
Please write down how many points you're willing to wager.
Zip.
Hector, you already wrote down your points
Oh,
as well? How many points you
but
willing
he
to wager?
spied on my points.
In the category.
Now I'm going to change it.
Yeah. I think the world knows how many points Jason is guessing. Your question is, what is the name of the ritual Vulcans undergo to prove themselves purged of all emotion?
Nope. Luckily, I bet 0
Jason real
points.
quick, but Hector's right in 2.
I just want to go through this process. No more emotion.
I want you to say all
Great.
of those.
Okay, Hector's still writing. He's got 5 seconds left. It's 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to go to Hector first. How many points did you wager?
Dose.
He wagered 2, so he was a little confident, and your answer was?
Colinar.
Hector Navarro has 2 points, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
Jason Justice Inman, how many points did you wager?
3.
3, and did you have Colinar as well?
It is the Colinar.
He got it.
Boy.
All right, 20-16, and this is the match
Come on,
that we
Hector.
came to see
Absolutely.
here, Rachel. After 3 rounds, we have a very close game with Jason Inman edging out Hector Navarro 20-16. But Rachel, now we move on to the 4th round where fates can really change in a hurry. That would be the speed round. Luckily, we have the very well passed I in Mississippi. Then you're going to lose a point. Rachel Cushing will be administering the questions first.
All right, boys, here we go. Who voices the Joker in 2017's The Lego Batman Movie?
Zach
Jason
Galifianakis.
Inman,
Zach Galifianakis.
give him a point.
I was waiting for the in.
Over Hector Navarro.
A lot of tricks in that question.
We go to your next question.
Who played Dr. McCoy in Star Trek The Motion Picture?
Jason Inman,
DeForest Kelly.
another point for
Quick on
Inman.
the draw.
Quick on the buzzer, and he knows how to answer questions fast.
Yep. Who played Deadshot in Suicide Squad?
Will Smith.
Hector Navarro.
Big Willie style. Will Smith.
That is correct. 22-17. Your 4th question out of 5 in the speed round. C-3PO is fluent in how many languages?
Come on, guys. I have a guess,
6.
but I'm not going to risk it.
4, 3, 2, 1. Nobody's buzzing in. Mark Riley.
He's fluent in 6 million forms of
That's
Give
what
him a
I
hand, Mark
Second
Riley, everybody.
Yep.
Good job, Yodi.
6
Million. That was my guess. I did not want to risk the point.
All right,
I
we have
said
a
2 billion.
5-point game, and we have 1 question left in the speed round. Your question is, in 2002's Spider-Man. Who drops Peter off at the wrestling event? Hector Navarro.
Uncle Ben, played by Cliff Robertson.
He is correct, and he has solidified a merely 4-point deficit as we head into the final round of the Inner Geekdom Championship.
It's still anybody's game.
Jason Inman, Hector Navarro. In round of 5, the last. Jason Inman, Hector Navarro. In round of 5. 3 points, the final one, 5 points.
This is a good match.
First because you have the 4-point lead.
I would like 17, 01, and 09 for Star Trek 2009.
He still manages to pull out Star Trek numbers. Hector Navarro, what are your 3 numbers, sir?
15 for the first appearance of Spider-Man in Amazing Fantasy. 4 for the Fantastic Four. And 10 because there are 10. Oh man, it's 10.
10 gooses a clucking. 5 golden rings. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, Mark.
Hector Navarro, you find yourself in a 4-point hole and trying to avoid a TKO. So you're going to have your question first. You pick number 15. Rachel's going to tell you what the category is.
It is movie release dates.
Movie release dates?
Knew that was coming.
I was expecting that to come.
Take it, Hector!
Take it!
Thank you. It's the spirit of Scott Mann.
Yes.
The ghost of Christmas past.
I love you, buddy.
All right, Hector, for 2 points.
We love you, Mance.
What year saw the release of Superman with Christopher Reeve?
Superman the movie, the first one, 1978.
That is correct.
All right. Hector Navarro is still trailing, so we're going to stick with him. In his next category, he's selected number 4.
All right, for your 3-point question, what villain insists that he is burdened with glorious purpose?
Mr. Glass?
Loki.
Dear God, Rachel. Avoiding
The suspense.
the TKO, and he is up 1, and now we go to Jason Inman. Jason, you selected the last category you possibly could have, 17, and for your fortune, that is going to correspond to a little film franchise known as Star Trek.
Of course.
Of course it is.
Your 2-point question is, what was the name of Khan's ship in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan?
The SS Botany Bay.
Did you guys think he wasn't going to?
Yeah. Was there any suspense?
24 to 23, and now it bounces back to Hector Navarro. And Hector Navarro, Rachel, has to hit this. This is his 5-point question. If he misses, Jason Justice Inman will finally get the belt that he has longed for.
Ooh,
that
final
Ashley
question,
Robinson is
final
sick of
question,
hearing
guys.
about how bad he wants it. The universe. Will it lean towards Jason Inman, or will Hector Navarro retain the belt? It could come down to this 5-point question.
Hector, you chose number 10, which is the category of Indiana Jones.
Because I was the age of short round, I did that on purpose. Okay.
I see.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true.
That's not the question.
Oh, God.
To stay in the game, Hector, your
He's not
question
gonna get this
is,
one.
which Indiana Jones film took place in the year 1936?
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Jason Inman finally getting the belt. I mean, you got to feel for him.
Wow.
I dedicate this belt to my wife and Scott Mance, the 2 loves of my life.
It's, Jason Inman's wanted this for so long. It's only fitting that one of the shining stars of this galaxy who has yet to feel the belt finally gets to caress it around his belly button.
Hector has played a hell of a game, and he's held that belt for a while, but it was time for a new Inner Geekdom champion, and like you said, Jason has been
Good
saying
job,
since
Jason.
the inaugural match that he wanted in and that he could do it, and he did it.
It's such an exciting match, too. I mean, the crowd gave them both a standing ovation afterwards because there's so many twists and turns, and when you have 5 rounds, Jason Inman would just, once he was able to get that lead, lead, he ended up getting the belt because of it.
And he played smart. He didn't go for the buzzers when he wasn't sure what the answer was. And he had a great wheel round, and he held that lead all the way to the end.
Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, your new Inner Geekdom Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Jason Justice Inman.
Good job,
Thank you.
Justin.
Thank you. It is so great to hear that. This has been a year coming.
It has.
The last time I was here, I said it was going to be Destiny, and look, here it happened. But first off, sorry to interrupt you, I really want to congratulate you on winning the first ever Managers Tournament.
That is correct, the Managers Bowl.
So if you're looking for some fresh talent, I'm just saying, I know somebody who just won the Inner Geekdom Championship.
Well, we'll have to have some conversations. Now, obviously, Jason Inman, this has been quite a journey for you to get to this belt. You want to fill the people in on some of the rigorous steps it took for you to get to this point.
Well, first off, I had to defeat you in the very first match, and then I had to defeat Rachel in a four-way because, to be honest with you, I'm sorry, Jay Washington, I love you, but I wasn't worried about you. It was all Rachel, and then I came here to the championship. I hunkered down, I studied, I forced myself to watch every Harry Potter movie, and it paid off because the questions just started coming, or the answers started coming, and I was able to knock it out by focusing. But I gotta say, Hector had a hell of a tough last question, so I gotta give mad respect to him because, to be honest with you, I did not know the answer to it either. I did not know it was Raiders. I thought it was Temple of Doom as well.
Well, I mean, that is the true mark of a classy competitor, as you have proved yourself to be time and time again, Jason Inman, giving all due reverence to your opponent, Hector Navarro, who has been a little bit of an arch nemesis. Not as much as it has been for Robert Meyer.
I have to admit, I was a little mean, Jim, before the match, but because I needed that confidence to come out there, because Hector has defended this belt twice now.
Numerous times.
He won it, numerous times, and I couldn't slack on this match. I knew I had to study. I could not walk out with my knowledge, but everything in this match just seemed to I've said for every match, it's destiny. It was destiny. I told myself that when I got to this championship, I was going to dress up like Riker, like everybody told me to do on the internet. Well, here it is, as a tribute to my lovely teammate Scott Mance, because Team Trek's not going anywhere. And then getting the Man of Steel Kansas question. Everything about this Inner Geekdom Championship said that the destiny was me getting this belt, and it happened. I'm stuttering because I'm so excited.
The stars definitely aligned. All of the odds were in your favor. But I have to say, I think that the Inner Geekdom Championship continues to be one of the most supportive groups in the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Agreed.
I mean, when you have competitors like Rachel Cushing out there, cheering for you, there's no bad blood between competitors.
Because Geekdom is all about finding our tribe together, and that's kind of like what the Schmoedown is doing, and it's something that you do at the Schmoedown so well about interviewing all the guests. It's about bringing people together, whether that's through Geekdom or movie trivia or everything. And I now finally got the justice to be the champion and the hero of the Inner Geekdom League to make sure that keeps continuing.
Jason Inman, tell me, are there any other competitors in the Inner Geekdom League who you would like to see in your hopefully long reign of defending this belt?
Long, thank you. Hopefully, I want to face off against Sam Witwer. Now, I know he's in a Star Wars league, but he is a Star Trek nerd to the max, and we've been having some Twitter battles back and forth. I want to face off with him in a Star Trek Schmoedown, make it the first Star Trek Schmoedown of all. And then also, I want to face off against Robert Meyer Burnett. But Robert Meyer Burnett, before you can get a chance at this belt, you've got to beat a tournament of your own because you denied me my shot, so I'm going to deny yours first. So win a battle.
Any idea?
The interview is over, punk. I'm here to tell you that I'm going to take you out. It is on!
What's happening?
I don't even know who that is.
I don't even know who that is.
Who is
I
that guy?
I don't know who that
don't
is.
even know his name.
Okay, well...
He scuffed my belt.
Oh, man. Come on, he just got this belt.
I just got it, man.
Well, anyway...
He's not going to see it long. Who is that stranger?
I have no
Did they let a
idea.
homeless man into the set?
I thought we had
Are you
enough
okay?
with
Did he
Tom
hurt you?
Dagnino running around here all the time. No, I'm good.
Okay, good.
I'm good. I can deal with that kind of stuff. Well,
All right.
congratulations
Thank
again,
you so much.
Jason Inman, and we look forward to whatever the future of Inner Geekdom holds for our current champion.
No matter what, I'll make it so.
And we are back with
Good
Hector
job,
Navarro.
Hector.
Hey, Emma. What's up?
Someone finally took you down.
Yeah.
I feel lighter. Oh, I'm not carrying this big.
I mean, it is a very heavy belt. I've held the Inner Geekdom belt before,
It's
and
super
of all the
heavy.
belts,
I think it's made of adamantium.
Adamantium.
Vibranium. Or nth
or
metal.
mithril.
Ooh, those are
Except
all
mithril
the
is
nerd
lightweight.
metals. That's true.
That's very specifically lightweight. Well,
yeah. Or uru metal.
Ooh, medal. Hector.
Ooh, medal.
Listen, you had a great run, buddy.
Yeah, man, that was a fun match. That was a good match. There's some good questions in there. And Inman had that advantage with that Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter stuff.
For sure,
Which I was
yeah.
like, should I rewatch all these movies before this? And I went, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah,
but,
it's a lot.
you know, I own
what
them
it
all.
is?
I got to rewatch them.
You know what it is, Hector? It's, Jason Inman came in hungry. He's been wanting this belt
Oh, yeah.
for a long time.
It's true.
You've been holding it
I was just
basically
coasting.
the whole time
I was
that you've
just
been
coasting.
wanting it.
But you know what I feel like? I feel like I'm Barry Allen, and I finally perished in Crisis on Infinite Earths. And the lineage has been passed on to young Wally West, who's now going to graduate from Kid Flash to Flash.
Oh.
Or you know who I feel like?
Who do you feel like?
I feel like Hal Jordan, who's got some white in his sides of his hair.
Sure.
And then I go evil crazy like Parallax, and I destroy Coast City.
Please don't actually go
Don't do
evil
that.
crazy. Yeah,
And then
we had Ken
young
Napzok do
Kyle
that recently.
Rayner comes up, and Kyle Rayner is, you know who I feel like?
Who do you feel like?
I feel like Dick Grayson
Yes.
as Nightwing when I'm doing my own thing.
Right.
And now Tim Drake has discovered, and I'll say Jason's Tim Drake,
Right.
has discovered the secret identity of Batman. He's like, you should have a Robin. So now he's Robin. Yeah.
I like that.
Or you know who else I feel like?
Yes.
I'm going to stop. That's too
Okay,
many.
that's
Yeah, I'm
a
gonna
good
stop.
analogy, though. Well, Hector, you played a hell of a game out there. You defended the belt previously.
I
And
had some good pulls.
You did.
I missed a bunch of ones, some obvious ones. Mirror Universe. I was thinking at the end of the movie.
It's all right. It's okay, Hector.
Yeah.
All is forgiven, and I certainly hope this won't be the last time that we see you here in the Intergeekdom League in Schmoedown.
No, I don't think so. But I think I'm going to retire to watch 6 Middle-earth movies and, what is it now, 8 Harry Potter films?
Yeah,
You have
yep,
8,
eight,
9,
eight.
including Fantastic Beasts and Where to
9,
Find Them?
including Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Do I have to watch that one again? I'm not going to watch that one again.
Yeah,
I'll watch the other. Yeah, I'll watch the 8 of them.
Yeah, just read the Wikipedia.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I
Well, my condolences, Hector.
Yeah.
But I know we have not seen the last of you, and I will let you
Can
get out
I
of here.
fight you in a match? Can we fight in a match?
Yeah, we can fight in a match.
I want to take you on. I want to take Jay Washington on.
Okay.
I feel like that'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Those are, you guys are good dudes. And again, congratulations on your win today.
Thank you.
Dang.
It feels good. It feels really good.
Manager.
Yep, I am. Well, Hector, I will let you get to your Lord of the Rings / Harry Potter marathon.
Cool.
Now back to you, Christian and Mark.
Look, where is Brienne? Okay,
You know what? I don't know.
Stacey,
But I
Stacey,
know.
I lost the manager ball.
I know you did.
I lost to somebody who never had
know you
a
did.
person to manage.
But I'm here.
No, Brienne. Listen,
No,
get the fuck
out of
out of
here.
here. Get your little right there. See?
You know what? Don't think about any of that, okay? I
What am I
was
supposed
for
to do?
you. You know
What am I
what?
supposed
You
to
just
think
have
about?
to keep working.
We keep working up. Where have you been?
I've been making my decision, and I've finally decided. Jay, you've been dismissed. Stacey, I love you and I support you, and I want you to come with me.
No.
Okay? Well, you've made your decision, and I support it, and I will support you through all of this. And bye.
Her and Rachel.
I think it's Brienne Chandler. Brienne, Miss Movies. Brienne. Brienne, what are you doing here? No one's seen you in months. Brienne, why did you leave the Misfits?
Listen, Emma, I'm not going to be answering any of your questions, at least not now. Maybe
Not now. Next season. Does that mean you're coming back? Brienne, what's going on with you? What's the plan for the future of the Misfits? Brienne? Brienne!
Emma, I told you I'm not answering your questions. At least not now. Okay?
Mike?
Unbelievable
What
chain
the-
of events here, Mark, so far. I mean, you look at everything that has gone down. You've got a brand new Inner Geekdom champion in Jason Justice Inman. You've got Emma Fyfe winning the Manager Bowl, and she has signed Mark Andraco leaving the Lion's Den. And then you have Miss Movies, Brienne Chandler. She makes her appearance, and why she got into a car with Mike Kalinowski, we're going to have to find out, but she has now left. Unbelievable chain of events here, Mark.
Crazy silliness. I've been sitting at the desk for a lot of this. What else does Santa have in his stocking if that's the holiday you celebrate?
Well, that's everything. That is everything, guys, for video number 1. Make sure you check out video number 2 because there are some big ones, and the match that will start will be the Iron Man match for the Star Wars Championship. The challenger, Sam Witwer, versus the champion.
Come on,
Ken
Sam.
Napzok. And then
Boom.
the title match, the Patriots versus the
Boom.
Bottom Line in video
Woo.
2. you got to click it. So comment, share, like, do everything you
Do it, guys.
on this video here. And join the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook group. Go ahead and do that. Listen to the Schmoedown rundown. Do the whole damn thing, and we'll catch you in video 2.
Right. Is this how you're going to be tri-casting the entire time? Just looks like you could use a little training. You seem a little green on the TriCaster. I feel like maybe a class or two.
I've done a lot of these, so I think
It's
I'm
like
okay.
an apprenticeship. You get a better feel. You're really supposed to be one with.
Do you want me to teach you? I mean, I think I've used this more than you have.
I have many years of experience.
Do you now?
All right, guys. We have been doing this over 2 hours. Hold on, man. I gotta... First off, congratulations, Emma, and thank you, Mark and Draco, for leaving the Lions Den, joining Emma. Yes. So, in the Manager Bowl, we scored 20 points overall, which is our personal best, and then we scored 10 points in the IG match. I'm going to have to take a break. I'm going to stop the video here. We're going to come back for part 2, and then we're going to finish part 2, and then we're going to finish part 3 probably tomorrow, because it is way late over here. But we are at least going to finish part 2 right after this. So, if you guys are enjoying this, hit that like button. Subscribe to Film Nerd TV. I'm Hunter. I'm a Film Nerd. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.